Hoes. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? So, don't mind me. Um, I. Oh, goodness, girl. Okay, working from home today. I'm on quarantine. I have been since the 29th. Um, I was sick. I had coughing, nice sweats. Um, yeah, just not feeling well. I was coughing up cold. I got bronchitis. I didn't go to the doctor for these things, but I know my body. I know the difference, and I feel it up in here when I'm breathing, coughing, I'm wheezing. It feel like it's cold sitting in my chest, and then I cough it up, and then I'm spitting it out. Like, it's disgusting. But I haven't had one of those colds in a very long time, so Omicron got it for that. Um, I sound sick. Um, yeah, I don't really feel too bad. So I've been taking elderberry, zinc, my regular vitamins and whatnot, and I'm okay, but I had those symptoms. I'm better. I'm getting better like every day. I'm feeling better every day. So that's a good thing, but this is still a journey. It is. Um, I was completely blindsided. I didn't expect to get it. I don't think anybody expects to get this, to be sick or to go through none of this. But I'm not invincible. I knew I wasn't. I did the best I could to protect myself. I live at home alone. It's not a bunch of people in and out of my house that could have made me sick. I go to the grocery store. I typically mostly wear my mask when I'm out. Um, I'm thinking maybe once or twice I've been out and I didn't put it on or I forgot to put it on. Um, Other than that, like, I'm not around a bunch of people all the time. So it really came kind of unexpectedly, and it threw a wrench in all of my New Year's festivities, which I lost a significant amount of money on, but it's okay. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Like, cause it could have been so much worse. I could have lost more money. I could have been a lot sicker. There could have been other people that have gotten sick. I haven't been to work since because I was already off. But yes, I tested positive for Omicron for this new variant. Yeah, and I'm just going to say I guess it's milder than COVID symptoms because I didn't lose taste. I didn't lose my sense of smell. I did lose a little bit, like my appetite a little bit. Like, I've been losing weight because I just haven't really been that. Like, my stomach hurt and I'm hungry, but I just don't eat or enjoy eating as much as I used to, which is a little weird for me, but I'm still eating. So I'm not just completely like wasting away or dying over here, but um yeah. So that's my experience with this Omicron. I'm not an anti-vaxxer and I'm not a pro-vaxxer. Vaxxer or whatever for this vaccine. I'm not, just because I've never been taught or shown any positive example um of medicine or new medical developments being in the favor or helping any minority of black people. Now, I know they don't make certain things just for certain races. Like, oh, we just gonna make good stuff for white people and just give it to them only. Maybe I'm not saying that's, like, when I say it, like, it don't sound that far-fetched because that's exactly what's been happening all this time. But the history of black people in medicine never a positive story. Never seen anything good about it. Never in all of my 32, 34 years, forgot how old I was, never in all of my years have I seen this. So I'm not about to believe it now just because they say I should. So that's my stance on it. But however, if I lived in a household with somebody that had heart issues or underlying health issues, and it was very detrimental to their health that they caught this, I would have to consider it then, because I would not sacrifice another person's life for any of this. So, but at the same time, I'm not willing to sacrifice my own. So yeah, that's my stance on it. And if I was up in age, like if I was in my 60s, I probably would get it, because by the time you see side effects or things happening, you just don't know because you already up in age. I'm not that old, so I don't think it's smart for me to be just out here getting any and every vaccine or shot or pill that they say you should have, because I take good care of myself on any given day. I mostly eat good. Nobody's perfect. I mostly eat good. I mostly eat I try to mostly eat natural stuff, but obviously you go to restaurants, you eat processed food. Like I said, ain't nobody perfect, but I don't pump my body full of stuff that I just don't know nothing about. Like, I don't take aspirin. I don't take for headaches. I don't take, like, anytime I have an ailment, I'm not running to take something or going to the doctor to take something to help it, because that ain't gonna help me. I don't want something to mask the pain, fix the issue, right? Like, don't give me something to mask the pain, fix the problem. Like, if I got a headache, I want to know why my head started hurting in the first place, because it don't normally hurt. And I'm not about to take aspirin just to fix the issue for that moment when that may not be the problem. And taking aspirin could cause other issues. So, I don't do that. Like, I don't take any over-the-counter stuff. I don't even fill all the prescriptions doctors give me, depending on what it is. I had an experience. I went to the doctor. My levels, electrolyte levels, and stuff was low. My body was shutting down. My hands was doing this. I went to the hospital, and they prescribed me like potassium and something else. None of the pharmacies had what they prescribed me, but they had a different version of it, but they couldn't give it to me because I didn't have a prescription for it. So I went back to the hospital, and I'm like, yo, I need this prescription. You need to change it. They said they'll get back to me. Nobody ever did. So I still survived without it. So what that told me is I really didn't need what they gave me. I was going to be fine anyway. So I'm a little more like, I lean more on faith and taking care of myself when it comes to my health, because I don't want to just be putting stuff in my body. Everything man-made ain't good for you. Shit, nothing man-made is, for that matter. And every time you turn around something that you eating or something that's supposed to be good for you, 2 weeks later, suddenly it's the worst thing in the world for you, and it's causing cancer and other issues. So, health is individual. Do what you feel, whatever feels best or works best for you. This is just my experience. I ain't telling nobody what to do. This is just my experience and what works for me. I don't take a bunch of over-the-counter stuff. I don't sit up and take any and everything that the doctor give me. So when people say, well, you use other things that you put in your body, you don't know what's in it. Sure. But I weighed the risk of those things, maybe, depending on what it is. Like I said, I weighed the risk, and I figured out what worked best, what does and what does not work for me. I know some people that the first thing they'll do is get on blood pressure medication if their blood pressure was too high. Me, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because I'm just not doing it. I don't want to be put on nobody's blood pressure medication. I can control and take care of myself. I don't want nobody's medicine that I got to keep paying for and constantly going to get and adding one extra thing to the list of stuff that I have to put in my body so I can function. No, my body has been functioning fine the way it has been, and I'm going to keep feeding it the things I think helps and keeps me healthy. So like I said, this new variant, it hit me kind of like a cold. I'm fine. I don't feel any different. I'm I'm not like radioactive. I'm not dead. I'm not having breathing issues. I just don't want none of that. And for that matter, like, it's been a lot of reports of women having like excessive bleeding, blood clots, and all this kind of stuff. I don't want that. And I don't want to be the guinea pig for it. Sorry. It's not been enough research. It's not been enough information. And you can't trust the information that's being put out on the internet today, because we're all being farmed for data. And they just want to feed you what you already believe, not necessarily what's true or what's going to help you. So that plays a huge part too. There's not enough information, and it's a lot of misinformation out there regarding the vaccine and all of these things. So I just don't trust the government, and I think it's got a lot to do with politics. And like I said, it was rolled out too fast. It's too much, and they're forcing it too hard, and it's making me push back. So that's just my stance on it. Take it how you will. Everybody is different. My medical history, I don't have a lot of health issues. I don't just get up and run to the doctor for any and everything. I don't have a lot of ailments. I don't have underlying health issues. My blood pressure tend to be a little high. A few times I've been to the doctor, but those circumstances were different. One time I was getting teeth pulled, I was terrified. Blood pressure was high. Another time I didn't know what to expect when getting a tooth crowned. That had my blood pressure a little bit high. I was a little nervous. So, those things is purely circumstantial. Everybody does not have that. Everybody ain't the same. So this is my experience. This is what's happening to me. This is about me, my health, and, my view on this and whatnot. Like I said, people that's up in age, I think they should get it. If you live at home with people that have underlying health issues and, contracting this virus or whatever could be detrimental to their health, I think that's worth considering for those people. But otherwise, make your own decisions. We're grown. Like, do what best works for you. But for the people that knowingly have it, and you still like going out, you going to different places where it's a bunch of people, y'all the ones I got a problem with. The people that's falsifying their results just so they can go do what they want to do, I got a problem with y'all. Because I could have easily photoshopped my results and made it say negative. Easily. I could have went to the New Year's party, got in with the negative, and been fine. But the truth is, I had the virus, and I would have gone to that party and infected a bunch of people. And there were rules against this, just so you don't keep spreading it. But had I been selfish and falsified my results and just went because I wanted to have fun, that could mean somebody else's life. And the two are not comparable. Somebody's life versus you wanting to have fun. You can't compare the two. So I chose to suck it up and lose money and do the responsible thing and not go. So I think that's the way it should have been. I quarantined. I haven't been around nobody. I did what I was supposed to. Like I said, I live at home alone. I'm not putting anybody at risk. I let everybody know that I was around, and that was it. So, like I said, I feel like I did the responsible thing. Everybody is not that responsible, but I really hope and pray that, consider other people in their lives and people that they have to go home to. There's kids with underlying health issues that if they get this, they won't make it. That's not fair. They should have a life to live just like any other person. So I'm just going to say this. If you have it or you've had it, please be mindful and be careful what you do and where you go. Take the extra steps, wash your hands. If you can, stay your ass at home. Don't be out giving this to people, please. People getting on planes, like businesses, they falsifying documents for their employees to travel and whatnot so they can make them money, because their businesses have been struggling for the last 2 years. And this is their opportunity to make some money. But it's also an opportunity to keep the economy down, because you contributing to the problem. Falsifying your results does not help anybody. It's simply selfish. Or lying about your result, not telling nobody, hiding it. Like, that's disrespectful, and that's what's keeping this thing going for so long. So people, just think about somebody other than you. Somebody that may not be in the position that you're in. Don't be selfish one time in your life. Stay at home. Get vaccinated. Stay at home, or, get tested. I regularly get tested. Like, I found out I had this because I had to get tested for New Year's. Like, I want to make sure I wasn't sick or potentially passing it to nobody if I went out for New Year's. I was doing the responsible thing. Anytime I don't feel good or I come in contact with somebody that don't feel good, I'm around somebody, I'm going to get tested. This is my first time testing positive. So I ain't gonna write this all I got. Be responsible. Think about other people. Think about others other than yourself. Think about your family members. Would you want people out here around your family members giving it to them? Making them sick. I'm just saying. Think about it. But be responsible. Happy New Year. Happy JB.